bit what's happened yesterday in Venezuela, what's going on in the Persian Gulf, talk about the little politics, what's going on, what will happen, what's happening in Iran, what will happen, like, you know that there's protest in Iran, and we have also clashes in Yemen, and the Americans, they are moving troops from Iraq to Syria, and why President Trump he went uh, for Venezuela instead for going to Iran, and will are Americans and Israelis preparing to regime change in Iran? Why uh, why is they are hesitating? So we're gonna discuss all this stuff, but first I need to uh, again this is boring for me, and I believe it is boring for a lot of people. I I challenge the Muslims and the Jews, uh, not in my previous video, but the video before. Anyone who can prove that Jehovah and Allah are different gods, two different gods, separate gods. If a Jew convince me that Jehovah is not Allah, I'm gonna be Jew. I'm Christian, you know. If a Muslim convince me that Allah is not Jehovah, I'm gonna be Muslim. And the challenge goes to Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump. I challenge the whole world. Any Jew, Muslim can prove that these two, Jehovah and Allah, or Yahweh and Allah, are two different deities. We cannot. That's why I say the Christians are being persecuted in the Middle East, in the Holy Land, and this is cooperation between Netanyahu and ISIS, Turkey, Muslim Brotherhood. Um, and now we know that President Trump is Jewish. So President Trump, he believes in Allah because Allah is Jehovah. And Prime Minister Netanyahu, he believes in Allah because Allah is Jehovah. And those ISIS believe in Jehovah because Jehovah is Allah. So let's bring forth the evidence. We're going to show you the pictures. We're going to talk little politics. We're going to analyze what's going on in the Holy Land and other regions in the world. So let's begin. So here you have a link. They have taken out the original link, but we still have it. I believe they're going to take out this one also. So yeah, la. We know that in Arabic language, you put the AL before the word. Like if you say the city in Arabic, Medina, it is called Medina. But if you say Al Medina, it becomes the city. So Al is AL is the determination. Like if you say La and you put the AL, it becomes Allah. Did you hear this word before? Allah? Allahu Akbar? Okay. Ya or Aliyah is actually Yahoo. We know that Yahoo is Yahweh, Jehovah. Here we have it, people. So for the 1000th time, I repeat, Yahweh, Jehovah is Allah. This is for Netanyahu trying to like against Islam. I'm gonna take out radical Islam, but we don't really sure about it, you know. Because if ISIS are serving Israel, they will not take them out because they have same God. I'm gonna bring forth. I'm gonna show you the rabbi who said that one, and of course MSN and the news. They don't want this news. They wanna say, "Oh, Allah and Jehovah different deities. The wars will continue forever, and people will be dying." And this is good for Jehovah Allah, who is actually Marduk. You know that Marduk is Zeus, the grandson of Almighty. We know that Zeus is the son of Cronus, and Cronus is the son of Uranus, our Father in heaven, Father of Jesus Christ. Also, we have Marduk mentioned in the Holy Bible. Marduk, this is real entity, not a fictional deity. But Marduk is the son of Enki Adonai, and Enki Adonai is the son of Anu. So we read this one, we're going to check the grandson. Who is the grandson? We're going to check the Marduk in the Bible, and we move on to the pictures. We're going to see also the video. So let's begin. Yah was Egyptian moon god whose name and rule was complex and controversial. Yah, Lah, the other Egyptian moon god. So he was called Yah and Lah, or Allah. So here we go. We go here. So this is YouTube. This is Rabbi. Not gonna show hear the voice. Same God and one God. Rabbi Chaim means confirms only Jews and Muslims worship the same God. So you're gonna read what's saying. So we're not allowed to play the voice. So, so here is one. Somebody is asking the rabbi. This is a Jewish rabbi, of course, to discuss Allah and God, like the difference between God, the Jewish God, Jehovah, Yahweh, and Allah. The Muslims believe in Allah, but Rabbi Potassium would not compare anything. Would you care to mention anything? I wouldn't. So Allah is Alaka, Alaka, which is a word used by. So it's a paradox. Christians believe in the Trinity. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. The Muslim, they don't believe in that. So they call Jesus Christ. We're in better terms with the Christians generally than with the Arabs, generally speaking. But we have in common, we believe in the same God. See? They have a lot common politically with the Christians, but actually they believe Allah, that is God, the same God of the Jews. Here you have several videos. Rabbi Shami Chaim means we have the same God as the Arab. Rabbi Chaim means Muslims and Jews worship the same God. Rabbi, tell me about the Arab God. So, can I show you pictures? We were watching this one yesterday. 24, go 24. So the challenge is still on. Anybody need to talk to this rabbi first and then come to me and then They need to check the link I showed you, because this is we showed you yesterday. And this is also, we watched this one yesterday. So yeah, we wanna check also the grandson Marduk, like I promised you I'm gonna do in the Bible. So you believe Marduk is a real entity because you believe in the Bible. You believe in the Old Testament Bible, like Netanyahu, President Trump, Prime Minister Netanyahu. They believe in the Bible. Of course, they are Jews. Yes. No. I mean, have they read the Bible? I'm asking. Did Prime Minister Netanyahu ever read the Bible, Old Testament Bible, Torah? If they did one, this is they know. This is they know. I will punish Marduk. Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51, 44, 46. I will punish Marduk, the god of Babylon. Rivers of Babylon. You know this song, Bonnie M? And make him vomit out everything he gobbled up. The nations will no longer bring him gifts, and Babylon walls will crumble. So most people, they believe this is the enemy of Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah. Actually, Marduk is Jehovah, Allah. I'm gonna prove that one. So now we know that Marduk is the enemy of God. We still don't know really who is the God of Torah, but we know that Marduk is an actual deity because he is mentioned in the Bible. So we go back here and we check who is Marduk from the Sumerian. So I need to do this again and again because people, they are stubborn, they don't comprehend, they just swallow what is told to, to serve a purpose of bloodshedding. And I will do whatever to stop this crazy behavior by showing you evidence. Who is Marduk? So Marduk, son of Enki. Marduk, son of Enki. Family tree. This is Marduk, by the way. You see the dragon here beside. So some connection to the dragon. Marduk. Also, Marduk is known as Baal, Baal, who demand child sacrifice. The ancient Israel, they did that one with child sacrifice. So Marduk, son of Enki family tree. So everything I repeat, every time I repeat this stuff, I need to show you the evidence, people. I need to show you the evidence so you believe. Marduk, son of Enki, son of Anu. So this is the grandson of the Most High Anu. You see, Anu is the God of all, father of all. Enki, Adonai, Poseidon, Ptah, also these other names. Marduk, Ra, Amun Ra, Amen, Amin. We pray to Amen, Amin, Marduk. And then we curse Marduk in the same book. When we say, oh, I will punish Marduk, said Jehovah. And then we say, Amen, Amin, Amun. That is Marduk. So we pray to, we curse Marduk in one verse, and then we say, we curse Marduk, then we praise Marduk. In the Torah, so we go back here. So let's see how we can prove Marduk is Zeus. And then we see if Western temple, the Jews worshipping connected to Zeus. This is how we know they are worshipping Marduk in the Jewish religion. Zeus, son of. They're gonna repeat the same line to create bloodshed. I'm gonna let you do that. Not on my watch. Son of Cronus, family tree. Let's see here. Uranus. You know this word from the Bible. Our Father in heaven, Uranus. He got Cronus. And Cronus, he got Zeus. This is the grandson of Uranus. His father is Zeus, is Cronus, and Cronus is the son of Uranus. So this is Zeus. Let's go back here. Anu, Enki, Marduk. So Marduk is Zeus. All right? Marduk is Zeus. Amon Ra, Amin, Amen is Zeus. And Enki is Cronus. And Anu is Uranus. Uranus, Cronus, Zeus. So let's see if we have anything more to prove that Uranus is Anu. I'm showing his spaceship. I'm talking about Anu, Uranus, our Father in heaven, Uranus. Let's see. Uranus. Uranus. Uranus, and the Greek creation creation. Let's see here. Was the original Greek earth and mother goddess. So in Sumerian language, it was called Ki, and we know the name Enki, the father of Marduk, Enki, related to the earth. So Ki is earth, and she's a female and a mother goddess. All right. So because her mythology is difficult to equate with other goddess in the other Indo-European religions, she has been suspected as being pre-Greek. So they say her name. We try to find somebody who's some goddess that have this like a name near to her name. Found it, and here it is. Sumerian earth goddess Ki, and the Greek mother goddess, earth goddess Ge. So Ge, Ge, and Ki, wife of Anu. Originally united with the heaven god An or Anu. His name, like Ge, concert, Uranus, means sky or heaven. Is that enough for you? We go further, we move on. We're gonna do this one so people will stop lying and trying to continue their war as if Yahweh and Jehovah and Allah are distinct gods. Actually, the same one and the same God. That is Marduk. So this is you. This is deep. Temple connection to Zeus. This is where the Jews they go pray. President Trump he kissed the wall. Netanyahu he kissed the wall. Every Jew, every Zionist they go and they kiss the wall. This is the wall. You're gonna check this one. I'm gonna say nothing. Zeus. You're gonna see anything. Temple sacrifice to Zeus led to rebellion in Israel. The Maccabean revolt began after Antiochus the fourth Epiphanes built an altar to the Greek god Zeus in the temple at Jerusalem. So we're gonna check this guy. Who is this guy? And why he built temple to the Greek god Zeus? Mordechai, who is the enemy of God. So 20 minutes, nobody watching YouTube. YouTube, you gonna help me with my information. I'm showing information, and this is a lot of information that will save lives. So help me out, please. So this guy, he imposed the worship of Zeus in the Western Temple. Understand, people? When this happened, you know that this is before Jesus Christ. So now we know why Jesus Christ, he came to save the Jews from the worship of the deity Marduk. Because Jesus Christ, he wants the Jews to worship the real God. Understand? So yeah, a lot of information. So here another one: Greek assimilation with worship in Zeus in ancient Israel. He was also to defile the temple by dedicating it to the Olympian god Zeus. The temple on Mount Gerizim. Gerizim. So they are worshipping Zeus in the Holy Land that is Marduk, Mordechai. And we can write also worship of Zeus in the ancient Israel. In ancient Israel. So a lot of stuff here. And here a picture of Yahweh. You see the wheel. You see wings and the wheel. Here you have it, people. You know that Zeus is the Jewish God. Yahweh, Jehovah. Zeus is the Jewish God. See? Zeus Peter, Father Zeus. Diaus Peter, Father Diaus. Because Zeus is Jupiter, and Jupiter is Yahweh, and Yahweh is Yahweh, and yeah. So it's not really hard to find that one. Uh, but of course, this information is taboo, absolutely uh, against MSM and stuff. They want this. Oh, Allah is different from Jehovah, so Muslims and Jews they will continue killing each other. Understand? But the one who want to do research, they know that same. This is why I said anybody will challenge me. I know there's no one, there's not even single person in the whole world who can prove that Jehovah, Yahweh, and Allah are different. They are one and the same. See? So this is also a picture of Jehovah and Zeus is this is picture of Zeus, I believe, and he's holding this is in some kind of a bolt. This is thunderbolt. This connection to thunder god and wheel and wings connection to thunder, I believe. So also multi-head dragon. We talked about Marduk connection to the dragon. And this is Mount Hermon, where the giants and who slept with the woman. And we talked about Marduk, Mordechai, Mared, Marduk, like um, also planet Mars, M-A-R, Marduk, Mared in Semitic language meaning giants. So Marduk, the connection to Mount Hermon, the giants went and slept with the woman. This is talking about Marduk, Azazel. So yeah, enough with the stuff. So this is for people who still does not know the difference between Uranus, Father of Jesus Christ, and Allah Jehovah Yahweh. So we have pictures to show. So we're gonna talk little politics. We're gonna talk about Iran. Suppose they were going after Iran and suddenly they went opposite direction to attack. This is a comparison between the Zionism creator Theodore Herzl and the new president in Syria, former ISIS leader Al-Julani. You see that these two guys, this guy, he died in 1905. He lived in 1800. So this guy, he died. And this guy, he emerged. So this guy is looking a lot like this guy. So this is a mystery. So a lot of people, I didn't make this picture up. I didn't like put the two guys together in one picture. Just you cannot uh, see any difference if this guy just he put some weight. His face will be looking like this guy. So you see the nose, the eyes, the hair. So how can it be? I don't really know. Some say some people are created like they look alike, but they like twins, twins. But this guy he died, so I don't know. These guys maybe I don't know what to say, but this is obvious. You cannot deny this one. And a lot of people they are claiming actually this is not a Muslim guy. This is not a Syrian guy. This is actually a Jewish guy. Understand? So he does not look like a Syrian guy. He looks like a Jewish guy. Here you see from the side. Also, you see the beard, and you see here the head and the hair. This is identical people. So Al-Julani and Theodor Herzl, uh, founder of Zionism, and the new president in Syria are identical. Here's another one. See this guy, Al-Julani. Oh, sorry, this is Herzl, Theodor Herzl, and this is Al-Julani. So look, if he put, grow some hair here under the under his mouth, or this one. If you look the eyes, the way he is looking, uh, maybe the ear is not the same. Sorry, the hair is losing hair here, right? He's losing hair here, but when he was younger, he had same hair. Understand? This is when Theodore Herzl was like 20. This is like he's 40. So the beard, the hair, the, the eyes, the nose. Yeah, I mean, okay, the nose may be longer here, all right, but not not big difference between the nose. Maybe longer nose here, but this I see you see under the eye here. Here's another one. This guy, you see his beard, you see his eyes, and yeah, this is this something is very mysterious. This stuff, and we know that Al Julani, nobody can bring evidence that he is actually a Syrian. They are saying he's a Jewish guy. They don't know really who is this guy. So he is not a Muslim. He is not Arab. He is a Jewish guy. And yeah, so let's move on. So we're gonna talk politics. So we're gonna go to 24 last month, where we were watching 24 last month. Year 22, we saw all these pictures. So yeah, why didn't they go after Iran? Because we talked about this one before. They want Al-Julani. We were watching it. We were checking uh, his pictures with the Zionist profile created Zionism, Theodor Herzl. We were checking this stuff. So Al-Julani, he has a mission. It's very important for Israel because the Israelis, they saw his troops coming from Idlib in northern Syria near Turkey border down to Damascus. They could have bombed his troops, knowing he is a jihadist, extremist, fundamentalist, ISIS, Al-Nusra. These are Al-Qaeda. These supposedly not they don't like Israel or any other religions. They only like Islam, and they are very strict Islam. And they call everybody else kuffar, meaning they need to kill them. So the Jews are in that group. Understand? So Prime Minister Netanyahu, is watching, he's controlling the sky in Syria. He's watching the ISIS troops coming near the border with Israel and not doing anything about it because he know that this guy he is not going to cause any problem for Israel. He's advanced. He's not gonna attack Israel, but he has a mission, And the mission is dividing up Syria between two countries, Israel and Turkey. The Syrian people, they're not, they're not gonna get anything. The new president, Ahmad al-Sharia, he is talking all the time about Lebanon. And they are saying now that Lebanon, a lot of Assad followers, loyalists, they escaped to Lebanon when he took over Syria. They are saying also in Lebanon, we have a lot of al-Nusra fighters from also ISIS, uh, Lebanese and Syrian who tried to assassinate or they did kill some Lebanese soldiers and they also behead. So they are in prison in Lebanon. In Rumia or Rumia, like they call it in Syria. So Ahmad al-Shara, he demand the release of these prisoners. But these terrorists have killed Lebanese soldiers. So now the Syrian troops with the Lebanese border, to watch all these pictures. So we got 24. So they are uh, claiming that the Assad followers are hiding in Lebanon. They want them to come to trial, put them on trial, take them to prison in Syria because everybody who was with Assad, they're gonna put him in jail, maybe kill them. So this is 24. So let's begin talk and show you what's this picture, people. Amazing. I'm gonna take a picture. So they want Lebanon like a country to have like a we know that Lebanon a lot of different religions, but the biggest Christian group in the Middle East is in actually in Lebanon. So Lebanese, like before, now it is not the same, but before like it was 50, uh, half of the Lebanese people were Christians. Now the of the Christians they went to other countries. So it is like 75, although 25 of the Lebanese, 25% of the Lebanese people are Christians, and they are living in the mountains and stuff like that. And they have, because of the war, they are living in areas just like only Christians living there. Before it was mixed, the Muslims and the Christians lived same neighborhoods. Now they are living in different areas. So also like we have Shia Muslims, they are living in South Lebanon, even in South Beirut. You have Druze living in the southern mountains near Beirut, the Christian Maronites living in the northern mountains, also in eastern Beirut, also the Orthodox, Greek Orthodox, and the Catholics. We have all these religions in Lebanon. Druze, Shia, Sunni Muslim are living in western Beirut, and we have Bikada between valley between Lebanon and Syria. We have a lot of Shia Muslim living there, and we have also Sunni Muslims in northern city of Tripoli near the Syrian border. There's only Sunnis living in Tripoli almost. So they have talked about giving the city of Tripoli to the new president, Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara. So a lot of Syrian people, they believe Lebanon belongs to them. So they want Lebanon to become a part of Syria. And even the American uh, convoy, the delegation, we went to put pressure on the Lebanese government to give up weapons, Hezbollah weapons, to give up Hezbollah weapons, and they trying to. Uh, he said, "You Lebanese, Lebanon." He said it clear. He said, "You better join with Syria. You better join with this new leader because the new leader is a friend of President Trump." Understand? So Christians they feel a little, they are afraid from ISIS. You know, this guy is ISIS. So he said, "I did what I did. I killed a lot of Americans, but he never said, I'm sorry. Understand? And he was invited to the White House. We know that, like I said, this is very suspicious, but we know that President Trump, he declared he was a Jewish. And we know that most Christian, American soldiers killed in in Iraq, thousands, they were Christians, So little suspicious how you can take. So the Netanyahu, he didn't touch al-Shara, Ahmad al-Shara, the new president. Trump, he is visiting him. He is allowing him in the White House. They met before in Saudi Arabia. They talking every time. He's talking very good about this new president al-Shara, although he was ISIS and he killed a lot of American troops in Iraq. Suicide bombing, beheading, stuff, you name it. So very suspicious. But like I said, he has a mission. He was promised Lebanon. You're gonna take Lebanon. Why Lebanon? Because of the Christian population in Lebanon. They don't want to have Christians because Christians still in the Middle East, they don't believe in Jehovah like Christians in Europe and Christians in America. They believe in Jehovah. So understand. So even they say if Greater Syria or Greater Israel, that is the Holy Land, the Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Jordan, Palestine, Israel, all this area. If they take out the Christians from that area, it will be much easier to divide the area between the Muslims and the Jews. Understand? Because like they say, Christians are living in Europe, USA. What we can they are minority. Nobody before it was President Bashar al-Assad who was protecting these minorities, especially the Christians in Syria. Now he is gone, and they put like Arab countries, Muslim countries. They paid like Qatar. They paid 125 billions to take out Assad. Trump, he was very happy for his friend Turkish President Erdogan when he went in Syria. I said nobody has achieved this victory in 1,000 years, meaning that Syria before was totally Christian, like 100% Christians, and then the Muslims came, and then the Christians they were still like managing or surviving. But in the recent years, when ISIS expanded from Iraq to Syria, a lot of Christians they were moving out to other countries, escaping for their lives. So that's why when Turkey went in, or like they support this guy Ahmed al-Shara, the new Syrian president, he thought that maybe now the Christians will move out from the area once and forever, once for good, because they don't want Christians there. They want to divide the area. The Christians, they don't. Nobody is like uh, they don't have any political power. They are very like piece of cake. Everybody, ISIS can take them out in like they go into Lebanon. They take out. You know that Lebanon they have a Christian president still, and the army leader is supposed to be Christian. And if they're gonna give up the weapons, Hezbollah weapons, uh, they will be exposed to ISIS attacks from Syria. Understand, people? So it is a rather sensitive issue. So they say because Israel is they don't want the weapons, Hezbollah or Shia Muslims, and Shia Muslims they fight with the ISIS in Syria. Also, we know that Hamas, Muslim Brotherhood, were fighting against former President Bashar al-Assad. So it is not. You will not be. I will not be surprised if you will find a Hamas, a member who is in the new Syrian government, and you say, "Oh, but Hamas, they are Palestinians." No. Hamas You don't need to have to be a Syrian to become a member of the government. They are giving Syrian passport to anybody who participated in so-called jihad against kuffar, the unfaithful Christians, Alawites, Shias, Muslim, Druze. All these minorities are kuffar, and we know that Hamas, they are like Turkey, Qatar, they pay a lot of money. They don't want a kuffar, And Hamas and ISIS, they have connection through the Muslim Brotherhood. Understand? So Hamas in Syria, uh, why not? So why Israel is not touching this new president, Ahmed al-Shara? Because he has a mission, and his mission is to take out Christians from the area. It started in Syria, and it will continue in Lebanon. So but they are moving very slowly. They want a war between the Christian, not like the Lebanese army is not totally Christian, but the leader is Christian, and they have a lot of Christians in the army. And the president is Christian. They don't want that. They don't want that. By harassing Christians in Lebanon, because in Syria there are very few now. They attack the Christians in last year, and a lot of there were thousands of other whites were killed. We know that Christians also were killed, but not many. But most Christians who are living in the Middle East, they are living in Lebanon, and they are. They know that nobody will protect these guys. Even of Prime Minister Netanyahu, he said, "I'm gonna protect the Christians, minorities." So by allowing Ahmed al-Shara to gain more power in Syria, the threat will increase. The Christians people in Lebanon and Syria, they don't trust ISIS, al-Nusra, al-Qaeda, or Ahmed al-Shara just because he changed his clothes and cut his beard. They don't understand. So here also pictures. So this is why even they don't want, we go back to Iran. This is why they're gonna hesitate. Because if Americans or Israel bomb Iran, now this will affect Turkey. And if Turkey is affected, then the government of Ahmed al-Shara will be affected because Turkey is giving support to the new president in Syria. So they don't want to do the Iran, so they went to Venezuela. They can still do Iran tonight, tomorrow. I don't know, but this is what I am speculating. So this is not have to be true, but this is what I'm thinking. Also, the panic mood in the Persian Gulf because the Americans, they took out the troops from Iraq to Syria, meaning like Americans will not protect the Gulf states, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, maybe not Qatar, but Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Oman, Emirat, in case war with Iran. The Americans in the Middle East have one purpose, to protect Israel, not the Arab countries. So this is they gave them, because if you have Americans in Iraq, this near Iran, and they take American troops, that's a signal that we are not attacking Iran very near, and we're not gonna touch Iran. And so if Iran attacks Saudi Arabia, let's say, Americans will not be protecting. And now Israel also, they took province in Somalia, like they made ties with this province near the Red Sea, and Saudi Arabia, if Americans is not protecting them, and if Israel attack Saudi Arabia, and then they put the blame on the Houthi in Yemen, nobody will, Saudi Arabia will not be able to export oil. So anybody can take Saudi Arabia because Americans will not be defending the Persian Gulf. Now they have the oil in Venezuela. So this is connected to Venezuela as well. That's why they're gonna feel panic, and this is fighting among them to protect the path of the oil uh, transport from the Persian Gulf, Saudi Arabia, through the Arab Sea, the Red Sea, and you have Somaliland independent, and maybe Israelis will make something, attack some ships, and they blame the Houthi, like I said, and then the Persian Gulf will not be able to export oil, and anybody can take them out when they have no economy and they are very dependent on the oil export. So everything is connected. That's why they have panic. They want to control the path. That's why they're fighting among each other. So this is what I'm seeing in situation. Of course, I might be wrong, but this is what I'm trying to analyze what's going on. So Spaceship of King Anu, you see it also here. So so here we have it. We saw all these pictures. So yeah, this is in Venezuela. It's like you see, you're gonna get the Venezuelan oil. President Trump, he said, we're gonna get the oil. It's ours. Maybe we're gonna give China some, but of course, the Persian Gulf, like Venezuela, is the largest amount of oil. So they're giving up on. They're not gonna defend. They're gonna, because if they want to really defend the Persian Gulf, they would have taken out Iran regime. Every time they say to these guys in Iran, it's like protest, Mujahideen, they say Mujahideen Khalq. They say these guys like they are communists and against the regime in Iran. Every time they say we're gonna take out the regime and they start something and then they take them to prison, maybe they kill them in Iran, and the Americans and Israelis, they just bomb a little bit, and then they could have taken Iran. They didn't want to take Iran. They want to have Iran as a threat to the countries, oil countries in the Persian Gulf. So they're gonna say, oh, you need the Americans here to protect you because Iran will attack you. But if is Iran very weak, they feel like, oh, why we are here? If Iran is weak or taken out, if they have a regime change in Iran, the Americans, they cannot say, oh, we are here to defend against Iran because Iran is finished. Understand, people? So Iran strike will take some time. I believe, maybe I'm wrong, but if they're gonna take out Iran, this will affect Turkey, of course, and will affect the new president in Syria. So he cannot achieve the mission he was he was brought to 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 like I said, he has a mission, and without Turkey, he cannot succeed. He need Turkey and he need Israel. So they gonna they're gonna wait with Iran a little bit. They could have taken Iran, when they bombed the nukes last summer, they did not. Why? We don't really know. We don't really know. So this is why I'm trying to uh, explain what I believe, why they didn't take Iran, and if President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu are going to bomb Iran and for a regime change, not this time just bomb and go away. They need to have a regime change, just like they did in Venezuela. So yeah, so we go on this spaceship of King Anu. You see it here, people, and we see here. This is a nice picture. Also, I don't know what this is. This is in UFO, of course. This is here. It is, and I noticed people have problem with the sight. They cannot see. I say, please eat more, drink more juice. You see, you don't see this stuff, and you think this is potatoes, and the potatoes and the stuff like that. This is spaceship of King Anu, the most high creator of all, and this is here, and this is here. So I'm gonna say Allah, Jehovah, God. Oh, I don't know. So I don't really know what to say, but I hope this video will spread so people will not be confused with this Allah, Jehovah, deity. They think this is different gods, but actually it's one and the same. This is the real God, no Father, Jesus Christ. And this is his spaceship. And this is 25, and we see it here. I made it big for you. Here it comes. Here it comes. Up it goes. This is in Jerusalem. I don't know, maybe it's a bird, but a very weird bird. In such shape, we don't know really the wings and the head and stuff like that. And we can say Allah is Jehovah, proof, and we can. So now this is will be reflecting, maybe. So let's see. This here it comes. So it will be reflecting. So I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna put this one maybe on the thumbnail. You're gonna get it without reflection. And here another one. So this is another picture I'm gonna take. This one as well. So yeah, I don't know if you're this one. I made some enhancement. I really don't have time to make an enhancement every time because a lot of pictures, and the only comments I get like irony, and they don't believe their eyes, and they try to say, "Oh, like it is something else," and they cannot see it. They try to like uh, they say, "Oh, this is like I don't know." They say, "Oh, it's very dusty. We don't see nothing and stuff." And a lot of blind people, they have eyes, but they cannot see. Very, very terrible problem with people nowadays. They cannot see what is in the sky, what is I'm showing. They believe, not, so they try to lie to themselves. Let's try. Oh, maybe it is real. Let's start. Oh, the devil interferes, and he says to them, "This is some kind of fakery. This is CGI. This is AI. This stuff." Also, every time I'm showing the date. So, Spaceship of King Anu here, and here it separates. And here another, not something. This is the whole city of Jerusalem. You cannot see really what it is. This is a made it big for you. This is here. So I really trying to show you a lot of pictures I have, but beginning to be tired. In my hand, I'm holding the telephone. So this is 30. See here, 30. 30 December last year. Here it is. Here is a very nice picture. I'm gonna take this picture as well. So I thought I would 1 hour would be enough to show you all the pictures, but we were talking about very very important stuff, and now I don't really know what to write on this. This one is good, people. This one. So so we were cut out again. So maybe we'll continue some more pictures and then we're gonna finish. So the spaceship of King Anu here. We were watching this one here, and this is 1 hour. We took all these pictures and this one as well. So yeah. So 31 December we finish. I'm tired. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Please share and like. I need I need that to continue my journey. And everybody has opinion. You like to believe whatever, but this is what I believe in. And yeah, blessings.